My question maybe for Mr. Lu. One of the dangerous sides of the KPA implementation.
Yeah, it's a bit soft, so that's why I stick my ear to the
Okay,
laptop, but it's okay.
I'm gonna speak louder then.
Yeah,
One of
please.
the dangerous sides of the KPA implementation, in my opinion, is that the team member will only care about their own KPA. There are some KPA that don't align with the company or organization goals, or at least don't align directly. So how to help all the team members, like you said, feel the sense of purpose, the real goal, the collective goal. You can easily say that the KPA planning was not done in the right way, but however, in reality, we often don't have much time to formulate the right KPA. How to deal with this situation?
Okay,
Right,
please.
that's a fabulous question.
Sorry for
Uh,
that.
Yeah, so honestly, I didn't know that until I joined Alibaba. So when I was in consulting days, I thought that's quite straightforward. I thought you just have a plan, just roll it out. I didn't know the operational complications. I now understand the pains as exactly what you found. A lot of time people don't have the time. Now, I want to zoom back a bit on that question. So to make something like that really successful or impactful, I would say it somehow is like a change management exercise. It's a small change management from not doing that to doing that across the whole organization, right? So if you look at the change management, I think one thing that we need to do first, number one thing, is really we need to get the leaders on board. If the senior leaders do not do that with us, no matter we are in HR, any function of HR, or no matter which, unless we are the CEO, I think it's going to be very hard for us as one individual to change the whole organization. So number one thing is to get the stakeholders on board, get the senior leaders on board. And how do we get them on board? So we took the approach of course, we align very quickly, very easily with the CEO, group CEO. And then we had this kind of workshop thing, as what I mentioned just now. So the workshop are very, very carefully designed. So I can take it offline with you if you want to know how we design that kind of workshop. It's actually helped a lot in one, aligning that. The first thing, remember we said, is the business line of sight. That's to make sure that you align with the biggest picture, to make sure that you're not derailed. That's one. Second is, when we are landing at what we want to do, we collectively come up with something that's exciting for the people, for the organization. Now today in Lazada, we leverage a concept. It's a very old concept and a framework called Good to Great by Jim Collins. We started this whole journey last year, and this year when we were doing this whole new KPI or the target setting, we want to bring it back again. So that's why I mentioned in the very beginning, last night, I had the conversation or the discussion session with our group CEO for the session next week. So that's really that we want to bring the senior leaders together so that they can take the message, they can craft the message collectively, right? Craft the message collectively exciting so that they can take it to their respective team. So that's how we do it here. And of course, when they are back in their organization, their own department, their own country, we encourage them to do so as well. I know Lazada is not yet there. In Alibaba would do that. Like all the departments do the same, do this, this whole alignment and sharing. But in Alibaba, in Lazada, we haven't yet done so. But I believe we have to do so. It's something that's quite beneficial. Now, there is one last thing I want to share with you. When I was in consulting days, we did this for an organization. It's a quite complex design, which is we allow people to raise their hand. They can raise their hand and say what they want to achieve in their major part of their work, like 80% of the time, and in their interest, like 20% of the time. You bring their interests out of the table, and then you align that, nudging them towards that target that you have. It's a very painful exercise, but we had set up a committee dedicated to do so. So it has actually paid very well, but it paid off very well. But I would say it's not only that whole KPI setting exercise. We actually came up with a very holistic exercise, something to do with the incentive as well. We have something called skin in the game. So that's actually give people that drive to do so as well. So yeah, so that's my long answer to your short question.